Hello my friends, and welcome back. Today, we begin with a powerful strike deep inside the occupied city of Donetsk. What you're seeing here is a massive explosion at a facility the Russians claim was a civilian hypermarket. They called it Sigma, though before 2014 it was known as Okan. However, Ukrainian intelligence suggests this was not a supermarket at all, but rather a Russian military storage site, given that Donetsk is one of the main logistical hubs for Russian forces in the entire region. This claim makes perfect sense. The strike was carried out by a Firepoint FPV drone, the FP1 model, a lightweight version compared to the FP2, which can carry up to 100 kilograms of explosives. Still, the FP1 was more than enough to level the target. Whatever Russia was hiding there, it's completely gone now. And that's not the only hit Russia suffered. Early this morning, another Russian oil refinery was struck. The Bashneft refinery in the Republic of Bashkortostan, nearly 1,400 kilometers from Ukraine. It's located in the city of Ufa, the regional capital. Personally, I hope that one day Bashkortostan, Tatarstan, Yakutia, Chechnya, and other republics will eventually gain their independence. The smaller Russia becomes, the safer the world will be. Now, moving to the air war. Russia has just lost another Ka-52 attack helicopter, confirmed by the well-known Russian Telegram Channel fighter bomber, which is affiliated with the Russian Air Force. The pilots were reportedly killed. Over the past month, Russia has lost several helicopters and even fixed-wing aircraft, one more added to that growing list. You might also recall a recent case when a Russian Mi-8 transport. Russia has also tried to introduce new electronic warfare systems to counter Ukrainian drones, but with little success. One video shows a Russian soldier boasting, "We will capture every drone." Moments later, he says, "We're out of electronic warfare systems." Ironically, that same anti-drone system was destroyed twice. As seen from drone footage, it appears that Ukrainian FPV drones are now too advanced to be jammed by Russia's outdated technology. Let's move to the frontline updates. In the Paraskoviivka direction, Russian forces attempted to retake Nikanorovka, a village recently liberated by Ukraine. The area remains contested, or in the gray zone, but every Russian vehicle sent there was destroyed under drone fire. Still, small groups of infantry may be hiding in basements. In the Druzhkivka area, Ukrainian forces made a tank assault about a week ago but lost 3 tanks in the process. Russia responded with its own meat attacks, losing over 30 vehicles in just 2 operations. Ukrainian FPV drones are being used here massively and effectively. Elsewhere, near Siversk, Russian troops tried to advance but made no significant progress. Across most of the front, movements have been minimal, and as we say, no news is good news these days. Now, a worrying report from Estonia. 7 armed men, and marked, wearing masks, were spotted on the Russian-Estonian border, right near a checkpoint. Estonian forces immediately closed that section of the border. I've long believed that Russia might one day test NATO by deploying similar unmarked troops, possibly in the Suwalki corridor, between Poland and Lithuania. Moscow could claim these are not soldiers, but local Russian-speaking resistance fighters, and attempt to seize the narrow strip of land connecting the Baltic states to the rest of NATO. Such a move would be a direct provocation, but also a test. Would NATO respond? Right now, many experts believe that NATO is not fully prepared for a large-scale conflict. European countries are ramping up drone production, but it takes time. Putin might see this as a short window of opportunity, especially before the next US elections. Speaking of which, yesterday President Zelensky held a phone call with Donald Trump. Some sources, including Reuters, mentioned discussions about possible Tomahawk missile supplies, though Zelensky later only confirmed talks about strengthening Ukrainian air defenses. Hopefully, this means more Patriot or NASAM systems in the near future. And finally, a brief look beyond Ukraine. A clash erupted on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. Taliban forces, using U.S. vehicles left behind in Afghanistan, attacked Pakistani positions. Pakistan responded with artillery fire, and now Taliban officials claim their special military operation is over. No large-scale war is expected, but it shows how unstable the region remains. That's all for now, my friends. More updates will come as